All right, GBA Nation, welcome back. Another edition of the GBA Show Live. This is Tuesday, May 12th. Very excited to have another show. I've got Tommy with me as well, and Jeff. Guys, can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
How's everyone doing? I know it's been a minute before we've been on here.
Hey, it was nice to have some sunshine, a little bit warmer today than it has been.
Absolutely. I got the grass cut, both grasses cut today, and I got a tea time for tomorrow morning, so I'm ready to go.
Just curious, riding or push?
I ride.
Oh.
Yeah. There's too much to push. So I just ride and listen to music. All right, Jeff, are you ready? Tonight we have
Good. I'm just trying to get my stuff here situated. We're good. Keep talking. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Tonight we're joined by two special guests, Tanya Harris and DeJuan Vic Roy, both former Buckeyes. We've developed a very good friendship with them over the past couple years. They not only have the Girls Leadership Basketball Academy that they run out of the Columbus, Ohio area, but they also coach multiple teams in the Columbus area. They're very instrumental in developing young kids. They do a great job with the kids, and we partnered up with them last year to bring the first annual Fall League to Columbus, which was a great turnout. We had about 250 kids participating in that league, so we're excited to get back for year two with the league.
Yeah, it was a really good league. Good league. Good. We're getting really now with the situation we're in now. I think it's going to sell out faster than once we get everything situated. So I've been on the phone today, working on the fall stuff and seeing what we're going to do. So people are still wanting to play for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. They're calling, they're asking. I know I had a couple messages today. I had some people from Pittsburgh calling, want to know what we had going on because they're trying to get a schedule together. So, everyone is itching to play, as we are. It's an odd feeling to be home this time of year and not have any basketball events going on. But we're very. I guess we're very the promise. We're hoping that the things will open up here once we get into the end of the month of June and then possibly July. That it's assuming we can get back into the gym here at some point.
Yeah. Speaking of gyms, it's great to hear that the governor forming a committee to just look at that when they'll be able to open gyms and stuff like that to try to get some activity going and hopefully going soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And the weather's starting, I think we've got through the cold. So looking at the forecast, the extended forecast is starting to get warmer and not only does everyone want to get outside, but they want to get back to playing athletics and with basketball and baseball and softball and golf, everything that everybody does, and get outside and enjoy friends and family, then kind of get back to a little bit of normal activity since we've all been stuck, in the house for the last couple months. So, guys, if you're ready, I know I've got Tanya there, and DeJuan is close to coming on. We'll go ahead and get the show started, and we'll bring Tanya in, and then once DeJuan is ready, we'll bring her on as well. So with that being said, Tuesday, May 12th, let's get this show started. Welcome back, Tanya. How you doing?
Great. How are you guys doing?
Good. Long time no see.
Right. Miss y'all faces definitely around Christmas in the tournaments.
Absolutely.
Always good seeing you, Tanya.
So would you take a couple of weekends off and write a book, huh?
I wish I only took a couple of weekends, but no, that book was been in the works for about 6 years now.
Awesome. Well, you want to start off with that, John, or what do you want to?
Yeah. Well, I know Tommy's got some information on that, so he can if he wants to lead us into that and talk a little bit about Tanya's book that was just released, I believe, April 17th.
I think we are waiting on Shaq as well, but she's having some difficulty, I think, logging in. So we'll get her on as soon as we can, if we can here.
Yep.
Yes, Tanya, we're very excited.
I can't hear Tommy for some reason.
Can you hear me?
Tommy?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't hear Tommy.
All right.
John, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Tommy.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you good. Tom, why don't you, let me see. Why don't you log out and log back in, Tom?
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yep. But maybe if you log back in.
Okay.
Hey, that's all right. That's why we're live. We're just, we're getting through all this stuff. We're trying to get, new technology, new toys,
Right.
Trying to communicate and touch base with everybody. So this has been a great little tool and thing for us to be able to reach out to fellow friends and coaches throughout GBA, during this time. And Tanya, I know Tommy was getting ready. There's Tommy's back now. See if you can hear him now. All right, Tommy.
Yeah, right.
Tanya, can you hear me better now?
I can hear you.
All right.
All right.
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Tanya, we are very excited to talk about your book titled The Ultimate Girls Playbook for Success. Now, this is a book of devotions. Now, you said you started writing this book in 2014. When did the initial dream or thought of doing this book start?
Well, GLBA started in 2014. And so what we wanted to do was create a series of leadership devotionals for the young ladies as they came into our program. And so that's when it all started. And I just kept writing and writing. But it was right around November, December is when I really decided to go ahead and finish the book.
Now the devotions, a series of devotionals, as you break them down, are they things that something maybe happen on a certain day or in your life that made you think about something or that you hear? How did those were able to be put together?
Right. Basically life experiences that my children, I have twins. And so it's basically their life experiences, what they were going through at the time, made me write different devotionals. And so as my kids came home from school, I'll have them read a devotional and ask, hey, did this help you? And they're like, yes, mommy. And so I'm like, okay, if this can help my young ladies, then I know it will help others.
And Tanya, why did you write this book? And I mean, for the overall broad view, people out there wondering what this book is about, what are you hoping to accomplish and reach kids through this?
Okay. Well, leadership plays a major role in our business and what we're trying to accomplish. And so basically what we're trying to do is develop young ladies to be leaders. There's so many distractions that they go through, whether it's social media or at school. And so this devotional really just helps them navigate life through God's eyes. It is a devotional. Christ plays a major role in our lives. And so we're just basically teaching young ladies to be leaders and lead like Christ.
And Tanya, last thing with this playbook before we move on to other topics. Mm-hmm. If I'm a coach and I have a team and I want to be able to purchase this book, what's the best route to take?
They can purchase the book at thefaithdrivenathlete.com. Go in there and just purchase. We had several organizations already purchase devotionals for their teams. And so you can get the devotional there.
Man, and Tanya, it's great when we get a chance to watch your teams play during the GBA season. That it's nice to see how hard they play and the sportsmanship and stuff. But you can see the faith base and the spiritual aspect that you're trying to instill in your kids, from prayers, before the game to whatever. And that really made a big impact and stood out to me as, I watched so many games on the weekend.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. My faith had played a major role in my life throughout my basketball career and just life in general. And so I feel like it's my call to give back and really help the next generation.
Well, God bless you for doing
Thank
that,
you.
Tanya.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tanya, we'll make sure that if you get me that link, we'll get the information up on the GBA website as well. So, people have an option to look at it there. But so, now we talked a little bit about the book. So I kind of want to backtrack a little bit, and maybe for those watching now or, will watch in the future, is maybe give a little bit of background on Tanya. Kind of what you did is, coming up through high school. I know you're a pretty good high school player, went on to play at Ohio State. Maybe just give a little bit of a background on yourself and which led you into where you guys are at with the Girls Leadership Basketball Academy.
Okay. Yeah. So I played at Gahanna Lincoln High School. Coming out of high school, I was All-American and also the top 3 point guard in the nation. Chose Ohio State over Duke and North Carolina. I wanted to stay home. I always wanted to be a Buckeye. I remember watching Katie Smith when she was at Ohio State, and I remember telling my parents that, hey, that's where I want to go when I go to school. And so stayed here, played at Ohio State. My career didn't go the way I wanted to. I had multiple injuries, surgeries that really set me back. But even through that time, my teammates looked at me as a leader. I was a 3-time co-captain for the Buckeyes. After graduating from Ohio State, there was 2 paths I could have went. One was to be a coach at Ohio State as a strength and conditioning coach. I chose to work with athletes, young athletes. And so that's kind of how Buckeye Impact, Girls Leadership Basketball Academy developed. And so here I am. We started with, I think, 14 girls that was in the academy, and now we have well over 300 girls.
Yeah, and the academy has been, you guys do wonderful things there, and not only with the kids on the break, individually, but then you have the teams. And speaking of that, your partner in crime, DeJuan, is now with us, so we're going to bring her on. DeJuan, can you hear us?
Yeah, doing my best.
That's all right.
You look a little frustrated. Yeah.
It's great seeing, John, it's great seeing the dynamic duo back together again, I tell you.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
Can you hear us, DeJuan?
Yeah, I'm still having trouble hearing.
Okay. You gotta love technology and the internet right now. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tanya, maybe if you could hear, just keep kind of fill us now. You played in college and now working with the girls leadership. Tell us, I guess let's start with that, with the girls leadership. Tell us what exactly you guys, with all the ladies there, what do you do there? And then we'll move on to the Buckeye Impact and some of the other things that you guys are doing there in Columbus.
Okay. Well, Girls Leadership Basketball Academy, we have leagues, we have training for the young ladies, we have leadership development that we offer as well, mentorship. We also have AAU teams that have came out of Girls Leadership Basketball Academy is now Ohio Impact. And so basically we just enjoy just helping the young ladies, helping them develop, and hopefully get a scholarship when it's time.
Yeah. Now, with the leadership, tell us some of the things that you do, because it's more than just basketball practice. I know you have different classes, and I know that when we came and visited you, you're doing different things with the girls, and break some of that stuff down. I know you're kind of modest and don't want to say everything, but make sure, if somebody doesn't know anything about you in Columbus and they have a daughter, they just moved here, or the daughter is just getting of age to be able to come to your program, what is all the stuff? What is all they going to accomplish? What are they going to get for coming to see you there?
So Girls Leadership Basketball Academy, we always have our 3-on-3 academy, and our 3-on-3 academy consists of leadership development classes, training, and then also our 3-on-3 league. And so the girls would come in for an hour and a half, 1 day a week, and they would do those 3 things. And we have had great success. Our academy usually average about 40 to 50 girls per session, which runs about 6 weeks. And then based off of that, the girls will go into either point guard academy or post player development to get extra training and development.
And that's where Shaq comes in, and she now talk a little bit about Shaq. I know she's not on here; she's trying to get back on. But talk to us a little bit about her and what she does and what she adds to your program as well.
Well, first of all, Shaq and I have known each other since we were in high school. She went to Newark High School. I went to Gahanna, and so we were rivals. I always talked about how Gahanna always whipped up on Newark. But then we joined forces when we went to Ohio State. And are we there? Okay. I remember our junior, senior year, us discussing what we wanted to do after college. And that's one of the things we wanted to do was give back and develop young ladies. Shaq and I are a great team. I played point guard. She played post for Ohio State. And so just us together has really helped us become an awesome team. And usually the girls will, here comes Shaq. Yep. Hey, I'm talking about you. And so usually girls, I'll take the point guards, Dewan will take the post players, and then we'll bring the girls together to do some skill work together. So we're an awesome team. Like I said, we started with 14 girls and have grew to over 300, and it is growing by the day, even in quarantine.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we're talking about now. The girls, if they do not want to play on a team, can they still come to the leadership, to the training, to the 3-on-3 and stuff like that if they don't want to play, on the 5-on-5 setting?
Absolutely. A lot of girls do participate in just a 3-on-3 just because they're beginners and they just want to get their feet wet and understand and break down the game. So a lot of girls do participate in that way. And then they may graduate to the 5-on-5 academy after the 3-on-3. But we just go at their pace and really just try to develop them and share our passion and love for basketball.
Well, I know, on the GBA side and anybody that plays in the GBA, if they're playing against a team of, of a high impact kids or high Lady Hoopster impact kids, they know they're in for a treat. Because you guys do a great job with those kids, and they're very competitive and always have great groups. So what you guys do there for those girls in Columbus, Ohio is tremendous.
Thank you.
Dewan, are you able to hear us?
Yeah, I'm doing my best.
Okay, it's all right.
Well, either one of you, well, I think we lost her.
We just lost her.
That's fine.
Tanya, during this time that you haven't been able to get to the gym and see the players and work with them, how has this changed? What have you been doing now to stay in contact with the parents, with the players, and all that stuff to keep them all involved and keep the motivation going and trying to keep them, still hungry and ready to play?
Well, we develop different challenges for the young ladies. A lot of them are fierce competitors. And so with them just staying idle and not doing anything, we develop different shooting challenges, ball handling boot camp challenge to kind of keep them engaged and encouraged during this time.
Yeah, and that's all. There's, as we look, and obviously, if you get on social media with any of our GBA groups or your groups or anybody, that's what all the coaches, everybody, players, they're just trying to keep them active. Get them out in the driveway and shooting, ball handling, whatever it may be, some kind of conditioning, just to keep the kids active right now until we can all get back in the gym.
Absolutely. And that day is coming soon, hopefully sooner rather than later. But we just basically want to keep the girls encouraged. It's a tough time right now, just definitely different. And I'm just trying to keep their spirits up and just encourage and keep them going.
Yeah. And then when you transition from the girls leadership to the Buckeye Impact, talk a little bit about the Buckeye, the Buckeye Impact or Ohio Impact. Some of those, how many teams do the girls have, and who are some of the coaches that you have, some of the things like that you're working on?
So we have about 15 plus teams, ranging from 4th grade all the way up to high school. We have a lot of great coaches, former OSU women's basketball players, as well as high school coaches. So we have a very good, diverse group, and they are extremely knowledgeable and definitely have a passion for the game, just like Dewan and I. I coach 3 teams just because I'm just competitive. And I think Dewan does the same, but we love it. It's a great time to see how the girls transition from GLBA training into competition, into tournament play.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's all about, and getting them there. And then one of the things that I think that when we teamed up together and some of the we realized that the passion and the effort that you girls put into it's definitely seen in your program. And for us, that we don't usually join forces with a lot of people, but we was honored to join forces with you girls and put on the first fall league, first we've ever done. And we, could announce that today that it will be back. We'll start getting that information and dates out and locations real soon. But that was a great success, John. How many teams or how many players and teams did we have last year?
I want to say we had about 250, 260 kids total that participated. Between we not only had teams that signed up as teams, but we had a bunch of individual kids. So it was a great success. We've already talked about little things we're going to and around and do different, for this coming fall. But we're excited about it. And as you said earlier, Jeff, I think with everything that has went on, and things being cooped up and not being able to do anything, I believe that the fall league is really going to probably sell out, very, sooner than later.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, some of the things that happened in the fall league, I wasn't there as much, and I know John and the girls took care of Shaq and Tanya took care of the league, but some of the stuff that they brought to the table with the draft that you guys did and we live streamed. That was all you girls come up with. The idea was awesome. Everybody was watching them get drafted, and brought excitement to them. So hopefully, you plan on doing that again. And I think that's and I think with the teams not playing this spring, I think that it's going to be a waiting list for this. For the league. So I'm curious to get that stuff out there and get it started. But I think it was a great success, and we're only going to grow that league into maybe doing in the future, a winter league, fall league, summer league, and expanding those leagues into different seasons and maybe other different locations as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, that draft was definitely fun, right, Tom?
Oh, hey, I was going to ask you to.
It was intense.
I've watched a lot of drafts. You two, when you came in to that day for the draft, did you ever dream that it would break out to a lot of the trash talking that was involved, and that was actually led by you two as the ringleaders of it all?
Absolutely. We definitely, we trash talk. It doesn't even matter. It can be our GLBA. It can be training. It doesn't even matter. That's just what we do. That's just our competitive nature that just comes out. And so you saw it firsthand draft day.
Brought back a little bit that Gahanna and Newark rivalry back in the day.
That's right.
You know it.
But Shaq probably still have nightmares about that. So let's don't bring that up anymore.
Okay, all right.
I don't have nightmares.
But how much did
Elite
your
Eight, baby. Elite Eight.
how much did your teams feed
That's all I
into
gotta
that?
say. Elite
Because
Eight.
you're drafting all these kids
See,
and
just
talking
comes out
smack. Did they
naturally.
feel like they had to live up to everything you were saying about them?
I
Maybe-
don't think so.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I don't think so. It definitely pushed them to go harder, especially the number one overall picks that I had. But no, I think it was just fun competition.
And there was a lot of talent as well. There was a lot of talent that played through all the levels, correct?
Absolutely. A lot of talent. The high school division, several Division I players, Division II, Division III players that played in the league, and this year is only going to be bigger and better.
Yeah, absolutely. I know some of those girls that played in that high school league, I believe, have committed already.
That's right.
And so it was a very talented, and that was one of the feedbacks that I got. We had a few of the GBA teams that just typically played GBA that signed up and brought their team in for the league, and they could not believe the competition, especially at the high school level. And one of those that was very complimentary of it was the High Crush group, which
Yes.
the director Jason Mongol brought
Yes.
his high school. They had 2 high school teams, and those kids were all freshmen.
Yes.
That played up in the high school, and we had him on the show here a few weeks ago, and he talked about how it was great competition for those kids. It gave them confidence and stuff. Getting ready to go into their season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. First of all, they are a class act organization. I really enjoyed Ohio Crush being there. Those young ladies got better from week 1 to week 5. Those young ladies got better every single week during the league, and they showed up. They competed hard, and so they're definitely a first class organization.
Yeah, and that's the first thing he said. That he said, hey, he had no complaints at all. He actually was really positive. He said, he said you don't realize how much it helped them prepare
Yes.
for this season.
Absolutely.
With the talent level that was there and everything, and I just think it's we just want to expand on that. We want to keep doing more. I think we'll have the girls back on when we get ready to announce everything for the league. And, we'll do maybe do a league show and then do the announcement and get everything up on the website so that the teams and the players can register. And we're on the back end working on some GBA stuff as well. Real quick, while we got you on, what did your girls think of the OHSA moving the girls' state tournament for 3 years to Dayton?
Dewan?
It'll be different, I mean, it'll be different. It'll be adjustment. I think anytime kids get a chance to go on, college campus, that's great for them. College campus playing on a college court, in that atmosphere. I think it's going to be I don't think you're going to have any drop off. I think it's going to be a, intense atmosphere, great atmosphere. I remember my senior year when I ran track. My junior year, we ran at Ohio Stadium before they tore everything up. And then the next year was at Welcome Stadium in Dayton. So it was still pretty cool. Like I said, it'll be different at first, but then I think same great fans, same intense atmosphere as with basketball.
Yeah, and I think anything is going to be better than this year's state tournament.
Yeah.
Hey,
major upgrade.
Yeah.
And hey, girls,
but it's disappointing that it didn't get to happen for so many reasons, but also for kids to get a chance to one last time play right there in historic St. John Arena before moving it to Dayton. But they'll just be happy to be back.
Exactly.
Yes.
And hey, Shaq and Tanya, this question is for both of you. Speaking of this year, I know you coach and have an impact on a lot of girls' lives, but for the older ones, the 2020 seniors who had their seasons come to an end, their spring sports wiped out, prom, graduation, their typical graduation. Have you had to do much, quote, counseling to some of the older kids? And if there's any 2020 seniors out there listening to you now, Tanya, what would you say to them that try to lift their spirits up?
Yeah, we have had to definitely just encourage a lot of 2020s for them to have everything happen so abruptly. Just trying to navigate those emotions. This, your senior year, that's what you look forward to, prom, and a lot of the girls, young ladies that we know run track as well. And so just basically let them know that, hey, be encouraged. Life goes on. You're going to look back. You had an awesome, career, high school career, and time to look forward to bigger and better things. But definitely, it's one of those things where you just want to just hug them, which you can't because we're all quarantined. But just be encouraged and know that your senior year will be your senior year of college will be absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Well said.
Yes. Yep. It's life lessons. It's obstacle in the road. It's all how you handle things, and I think this is all not only the kids but us. We've gotten to a mode. I say where we take everything for granted.
Absolutely.
Everything's at our fingertips, and this has kind of made us take a step back and reevaluate things and appreciate not only the things we have and we're able to do, but also friends and family. So.
Absolutely.
I think we'll all be better people after going through this.
Yeah. Well, Tanya, we won't take up any more of your time. It's been 30 minutes. We try to keep the show, but first of all, we miss seeing you guys.
Yes.
We definitely appreciate you being part of working with us in Team GBA, and also sharing and letting us share the enjoyment of running the league. That will be the league that we'll be doing again in the fall. We'll be announcing that stuff soon. And then also with a few of our tournaments in the fall and late spring, summer, whatever we're going to do there. We're going to get that thing released as well. And we look forward to getting back in the gym and seeing you soon.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for having us on.
Yes, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations on the book.
Congratulations
on the book. John needs to put the website or your Facebook or wherever we can get that at, and get that in the hands of some players and parents. And congratulations on everything.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Take care. All right. See you soon.
Thanks, Tanya.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right, guys. Another great show. I know it's too bad Dewan was having some maybe some internet connection problems or some technical problems on her end, but
we may try to have to see when we do this where we're at, and we're doing it in prime time of 7:30 at night, 7 o'clock at night on the with the internet, and everybody is taking up the internet. We may look at maybe changing it, changing the times a little bit as well. Maybe we need to do that, but
and absolutely. And we'll have them back on. We just wanted to touch base with both of them tonight and see how, basically just talk a little hoops and see how things are going. But once, as Jeff spoke earlier, we're finalizing some dates and locations and stuff for the fall league. But the fall league is definitely happening. So we'll get that information out, as soon as possible, and we'll have them back on the show to talk strictly fall league.
Yeah, for sure. And then we, in the back end, we'll hopefully maybe announce this week or get some dates out. We were kind of waiting to see with the governor exactly when we would be able to do that. But, we keep talking to people, so maybe we'll try to put some things out for the teams that are still together and wanting to play. We're going to at least get some dates out there for you. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Tommy had spoke on this earlier. The governor had mentioned this morning that they've got a committee together, trying to figure out the best option moving forward and solutions for youth sports. So obviously what we do at GBA and is part of that. So we're just kind of holding off and waiting to see what the governor tells us and gives us a timeline, of direction, and then we can start announcing some things and planning for the rest of the summer and also the fall.
Yeah,
So,
and that is positive to see that it's come to that now, that they finally have gotten to us, and it's been a patient wait, but hoping to hear some good news here soon.
absolutely.
Yeah, sounds good. And we appreciate everybody hanging in there. We'll come back on this week sometime here and make an announcement. And then by the weekend, we will have some definite tentative dates out for you, and we'll go from there.
Yep, we'll be back on later this week. we've got some other special guests lined up joining us on the show. So stay tuned, stay positive. Thanks for all the support, and God bless. We'll see you all very soon. Take care.